Funny? I think you're funny. Joe Pesci is a well-known actor famous for his intense roles, like Tommy DeVito in Goodfellas and Nicky Santoro in Casino. But behind these famous characters, he's just a private man who doesn't show up in public much. At 5'4", tall, Pesci shows that success isn't about how tall you are, but about talent and hard work. Pesci's life in the tough entertainment industry is full of ups and downs. His second marriage ended in a surprising scandal when his ex-wife, Claudia Harrow, was found guilty of plotting a murder, bringing a lot of unwanted media attention to him, even though he was innocent. What makes Pesci truly impressive is his strength in facing personal challenges and his amazing comeback. It's not common for an artist to bounce back after such difficulties. Joe Pesci announced his retirement, but then returned to act and quickly got an Academy Award nomination for his role in The Irishman. What made Joe Pesci leave Hollywood's spotlight? What secrets are behind his famous performances? Let's take a closer look at the life of this remarkable entertainer. Joe Pesci was born on February 9, 1943 in Newark, New Jersey, into a working-class Italian-American family. His father, Angelo, worked as a forklift driver. His mother was a barber, and he grew up in a working-class family. His father wanted him to have a better life and hoped he would join the entertainment industry. At just 5 years old, his father encouraged him to appear on a children's TV show called Star Time Kids. However, being on stage didn't make him happy. He later said he felt stressed because he was trying to fulfill his father's dream instead of following his own. Joe Pesci had good friendships during his childhood, especially with Frankie Valli, Tommy DeVito, and Nick Massey. These friends later formed the famous band The Four Seasons. Pesci played an important role by introducing them to Bob Gaudio, the songwriter and the last member of the group. This connection helped Pesci become a notable figure in entertainment and contributed to a significant part of American music history. He graduated from Belleville High School in Belleville, New Jersey, where he grew up in a humble home. Joe Pesci grew up in a working-class environment where his early relationships and experiences shaped his future in surprising ways. Before entering film, he was passionate about music. In his 20s, he played guitar and sang in a band called Joey D and the Starlighters at local nightclubs. During that time, he dedicated himself to music, dreaming it would lead him to a better life. In 1968, he released his first solo album, Little Joe Sure Can. Joe Ritchie is a stage name for an artist whose album showed his commitment to music, but it didn't succeed as he had hoped. Despite this disappointment, his hard work in music became an important part of his artistic journey. The skills he developed during this time helped him perform well on screen. When his music career didn't go as planned, he began looking for other ways to follow his dreams. He started acting and got his first role in the low-budget film The Death Collector. 1976, a story set in the mafia underworld, although the movie failed to gain traction and was quickly forgotten. Pesci's performance left a strong impression on those who recognized his talent. However, the commercial failure of The Death Collector nearly extinguished Pesci's faith in acting. He left Hollywood, returned to the Bronx, and worked as a restaurant manager to make ends meet. For many, this might have marked the end of their aspirations, but for Pesci, it was merely a temporary setback before fate intervened to change his life forever. During the casting for Raging Bull in 1980, Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro discovered Joe Pesci and saw his special talent. They contacted him and convinced him to play the character Joey LaMotta, the passionate and complicated brother of boxer Jake LaMotta. Although Pesci was unsure at first, he eventually accepted the role, which changed his life. On the set of Raging Bull, Pesci showed that he was not only a skilled actor but also dedicated to his work, especially during a training scene. Robert De Niro accidentally broke Pesci's rib while filming. The moment Pesci winced in pain was caught on camera, showing his commitment to the role. Pesci's performance as Joey LaMotta earned him his first Academy Award nomination and made him stand out in the film industry. This also started a successful partnership with De Niro and Scores, forming a legendary trio that produced many great films. That produced a co-production Joe Pesci faced many challenges in his acting career. His hard work changed him from an unknown artist to one of Hollywood's most popular actors, but his journey was just starting. In 1990, he worked again with Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro in the movie Goodfellas. Pesci's role as Tommy DeVito, a violent and short-tempered gangster, and made the character famous. Tommy DeVito was ranked as number 96 among iconic movie characters. On Premiere Magazine's list of the 100 greatest movie characters of all time, Joe Pesci's work in Goodfellas solidified his reputation as an expert at playing dangerous but believable characters. One standout moment in the film is the scene where Tommy makes others uncomfortable with his unpredictable behavior. This scene was written and directed by Pesci himself, with Martin Scorsese giving him the freedom to create it. As a result, it became one of the film's most memorable parts. Pesci's talent went beyond just acting. He understood the emotions and situations in every scene. After Goodfellas, his career took off with other memorable roles, including a reunion with Scorsese and De Niro in Casino, 1995. This film is considered a great work about the criminal world. Pesci's role as Nicky Santoro was both scary and fascinating, strengthening his status as a legend in gangster movies. However, he showed that he could do more than just violent roles. He was skilled at acting in different styles and made audiences laugh as Harry Lime in the 1990 movie Home Alone and its 1992 sequel, which is a favorite holiday film. Interestingly, director Chris Columbus picked Pesci not just for his acting talent, but also because Pesci was one of his childhood heroes. At first, Columbus wasn't sure if Pesci would do well in a funny role, but Pesci showed he could easily adapt to different characters. He also did well in other movie genres, like in Once Upon a Time in America from 1984. In 1991, Pesci gave a memorable performance in a supporting role in Sergio Leone's epic film. He played the complicated character David Ferry in the political thriller JFK, which is about the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. He also showed his range by appearing in the German musical Dear Mr. Wonderful in 1983. In 2017, Pesci made an unexpected comeback in the film The Irishman, a crime drama directed by Martin Scorsese, alongside famous actors Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Al Pacino initially refused the role more than 50 times, saying he didn't want to do gangster movies anymore. However, director Martin Scorsese kept reassuring him that this film, The Irishman, would be different, which eventually convinced Pacino to take the role. The movie had a limited release in theaters on November 1, 2019, and then premiered on Netflix on November 27, 2019, and Joe Pesci, playing Russell Bufalino, stepped away from his typical intense gangster character and gave a quieter but powerful performance that was well received by critics. His detailed performance received many awards, including nominations for an Oscar and a BAFTA for Best Supporting Actor, as well as 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards. This comeback showed that Pesci's talent has not faded and confirmed his status as one of the best actors of his generation. In late 2019, he also made a comeback in music with his 3rd album, Pesci Still Singing, released on November 29. This was his first music project in 21 years, and it highlighted his continuing talent. Pesci is a versatile artist who keeps changing and growing even as he gets older. One reason he is unique in film is his skill at leaving a memorable mark in any role, whether he's a cold gangster, a clumsy thief, or a historical character. Pesci always brings a natural charm to his performances. His strong commitment and exceptional talent have earned him a status that few can match. His success isn't just about the awards he's won, but also about his impressive impact on cinema. Joe Pesci turns every role into a lasting part of film history. He makes sure his characters stand out in the audience's minds. This strong impact has turned Joe Pesci into a Hollywood icon, remembered and celebrated as a legend. Known for his tough looks and memorable intense roles, he is always an interesting person to watch, both on and off screen. However, beneath his successful career, he has faced personal challenges and losses. Pesci has faced some unwanted scandals, especially regarding his 3 marriages. His relationship with his ex-wife Claudia Harrow has been particularly controversial and is a part of his life that the public doesn't often see. He got married for the first time in 1964. Like many young marriages, it didn't last long. Pesci rarely talks about this part of his life, likely because he prefers to keep his personal matters private. His second marriage also brought its own set of challenges. In 1988, he married Claudia Harrow, an actress and model. They had a daughter named Tiffany and seemed to have a happy family. However, their happiness didn't last long. Just 4 years later, they went through a messy divorce with many conflicts between them. These issues affected them for a long time, even after they separated. In 1998, Claudia made headlines when she was accused of hiring a hitman to commit murder. Her next husband, Hollywood stuntman Garrett Warren, was shot multiple times, including once in the face, but he survived. The investigation led to Harrow being convicted and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Although Pesci had no direct role in the situation, his name was mentioned in the news. Tabloids at the time falsely suggested that he had financially supported Harrow, but these claims were proven to be untrue. What surprised the public the most was Pesci posted $1,250,000 in bail for his ex-wife before her trial, showing he was willing to help someone he is no longer married to, despite their past issues. After a scandal with Harrow, Pesci made news again in 2007 when he started dating supermodel Angie Everhart and got engaged, but their relationship lasted only 9 months. The reasons for their breakup are not clear, but there are rumors about it. Pesci has a strong and unpredictable personality which may have caused some tension in his relationships. Neither he nor Everhart shared more about the situation, and it soon faded from the news. Pesci's life has had its share of scandals, but he has also fought against unfairness in the entertainment industry. A significant example is his legal dispute over the 2018 film Gotti. He was promised a main role and worked hard, even gaining 30 pounds for the part. The character had certain physical requirements, but the producers later made his role smaller and lowered his pay. This led Pesci to take legal action to protect his rights. Despite facing personal and professional difficulties, Joe Pesci's life outside of acting shows a complicated person, dealing with challenges and controversies while staying true to his values. Pesci filed a lawsuit claiming the producers acted unprofessionally and broke their agreements. In 2019, Joe Pesci showed his amazing talent again, earning his 3rd Oscar nomination. His story isn't just about being a great actor, it's also a valuable lesson about the sacrifices that come with fame and the importance of living life your own way. What is your favorite role of Joe Pesci? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Join us as we explore more interesting stories about Hollywood legends. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. See you soon. The upcoming movie.